All right, we're here. Welcome, welcome. Yep, let's get the live chat. It's great. All right, welcome everybody to Banyan Curated Home Products. Welcome to my first installment of the Unboxed live series. And today, as mentioned, as you saw in the thumbnail, today we're going to be doing the Unboxed with the Ninja CREAMI Deluxe and the Cuisinart FastFreeze. So thanks to everyone for joining, like a meeting, like a Zoom meeting. We're just gonna wait a little bit to have a few people jump on before we start getting into it. Today I'm gonna have a bunch of items that I have already pre-frozen because, as you know, with these two machines, you have to think about your desserts in advance. I'm hoping to get one of the other machines where you can do it right away. Those are a little bit more expensive. In some cases, actually not so much, but the brands I'm not sure about. So, but I'll still get them and test them as we go forward. But for these, you have to think about what you want and then freeze it the night before, or at least 24 hours, 20 to 24 hours in advance. And then you can enjoy it. You can use it, blend it, and enjoy it. So today, for everyone that has joined, today we're going to be doing 3 different things in each machine, right? So it's going to be a s'mores ice cream, and then we're going to make a frozen fruit sherbet or sorbet, and then we're going to do a chocolate cookies and cream. So I have the ingredients, I have my spoons and stuff, I have everything frozen. I made it yesterday and put it aside and it's frozen. But most importantly, I want you guys, I'm setting up here, I want you guys to jump in, ask questions, let me know what you think, let me know what you want to see the products do. I'm happy to go through and show you, and I'll be talking through everything. As I go through and I demonstrate exactly what's happening here, I'm also going to at times take the volume down on the live just because this in particular is really loud. This one is not that loud, but loud enough. But yeah, this is very loud. So when I run this, and it's going to be running for 2 minutes, I'll drop the volume on the live. So if the volume goes down, don't worry about it. I might just put it as a comment in here so that you guys would know that there's nothing wrong with the audio, but I will drop the volume once we start actually using the machines because it's really loud. But yeah, so I'm excited to jump on. And what I want to do with this is really just have a live demonstration of the products that I review on the channel, which I think gives people a closer, more intimate access to me, to ask questions and to ask about the products and stuff. And also just to understand, like, what can it really do? And then you get a real life example of, hey, does this blend properly? Does it mash good? Does it, whatever the case might be, right? You get a real life demonstration. So that's what I want to do here. So this is the first of many, and we're going to be doing these lives hopefully once a video is out and I get a chance to test the products. Well, after I test the products, do the video, then I get a chance to get some inventory and put some stuff together. We're going to have one of these lives. So hopefully not too long after every video I put out, I'm going to do a live on the video to give you the direct access to the product and to me to ask questions, and let's go from there. So first up, I don't know if you're in the chat, let me know. First up, we want to look at maybe either the s'mores or the sorbet or the chocolate smoothie, the chocolate cookies and cream smoothie. I think the cookies and cream smoothie might be super interesting. So I think we'll do that first. All right. Cookies and cream smoothie, I'm getting it right now. So we're going to put that in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use, we need that, we need the milk. And we're going to do that, mix it. I'm going to put it right here, use it. Like I said, I'm going to turn on the volume. That way you guys don't hear the screeching. No, the chocolate. So we're going to do chocolate cookies and cream. Yep, I'm gonna put it down here, make that, and then get the milk. All right. So this is the Ninja Deluxe. This is the Ninja CREAMI Deluxe. This has, and for everyone who doesn't know how this works, basically there's a blade in the lid of this container. So as you can see here, there's a blade. This blade gets pushed, it spins, and this rod here goes into the top, and it spins, pushes the blade down as it spins into this. To ensure that it doesn't move, this sits into these holes here, so this doesn't spin. And then it goes down and it comes back up, and then that's it. One of the things I've found, and we'll see if it happens this time, is sometimes when you do this, it gets powdery. If it's really frozen and frozen well, the actual outcome is powdery. So sometimes what I would do is get some milk, and I will just put a little bit of milk in it and respin it. And then once you respin it, all is well. Once you respin it, it comes out creamy like ice cream, and you're good to go. But it's just because it's so frozen, when this cuts it up, it's powdery. So anyway, let me put this on here so you can see from this. We have a lid here. This is the frozen ice cream. So this ice cream, I made this yesterday, and this is basically chocolate ice cream. What I am going to do for this is it's going to be chocolate, cookies, and cream. So I'm simply going to blend the ice cream, put some milk, and then put some Chips Ahoy cookies in there. Then put it on milkshake. So this one has milkshake, which is a setting down here. You put it on milkshake and you mix, right? So the Ninja CREAMI Deluxe has 11 settings, more like 10. One of them, they actually count the respin or the mix-in. But yeah, it has, let's go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, there's 10, and plus a respin, plus a mix-in. So it's more like 12 if you count everything. And this is used for, and I could name them actually. It is light ice cream, sorbet, gelato, frozen yogurt, cremacino, frozen drink, slushy, milkshake. So those are the settings on the Ninja. We're not using the Cuisinart to blend this. Right now we're going to make the ice cream in this, but then we're going to put it in the empty container for the Cuisinart FastFreeze, and then we're going to use it for to make the actual smoothie, right? So let's go. Let's get to it. Enough talking. So you put this in again. This is basically the lid with the blade. You put this in. You close it. Then you take this. You put it to the front. You slide it in. Here a little click. Let me get it plugged in right below me here. All right. Then you turn this handle all the way up. Let me just switch cameras so you can get to see a little bit up close here. Let's switch the camera. So you turn this and it locks. All right. And then once it's here, you put the power on. Once the power comes on, it asks you, where do you want to mix? Do you want to mix the top of the container, so meaning you just want the blade to go down halfway? Do you want to mix the entire container, or do you just want to mix the bottom half of the container as if the container is half full? So that is what these lights are for. For this, it's full, so we're going to hit the middle. See, it gives you the selection, and then you start moving the dial to where you need it to be. So for this, we're making ice cream, so I'm just going to go back to ice cream. Right, and really the next step, all I need to do is hit this button to start. So like I said before, I am going to drop the volume in the live just so that it doesn't ring out in your ears, because this is pretty loud. So we're going to do that now. So don't worry if you don't hear it too loud. Nothing is wrong with the live. It's just me putting the volume down. All right, ready? Let's go. Zoom. Zoom. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. I know the volume is down. We're keeping it down, but you can see the timer is counting down up here. And then this is blending down here. All right, there you go. That was 2 minutes. The rod then gets retracted back up into the machine. All right, it'll be spinning and it'll start going all the way back up, and then it'll stop. Then we can open it and see how it looks. If it's too frozen, I hope it is, because I want to show you what it looks like when it's like powdery. So when it's powdery, I want to show you what that looks like. If it's that way, then we'll add a little milk and respin it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If it's not, that's good as well, because then it was done in one spin. So it's going back up. All right, there we go. So now what you do is you press the button at the side, and that unlocks it. Then you open this, right? And then you just slide it out. All right, we have this here. Now I can open the lid. You can see under the lid. Yep, exactly as I thought. So you can see here the blades. And then if I take this container out, you can see it's really powdery. You see it's falling out actually. Yeah. So it's really powdery. All right. Some of it is falling out on my carpet. That's okay. But what I'm going to do now to turn it into ice cream, I will just add a little bit more milk in here. All right, make sure I have enough. Let me put a little bit more, I think. All right, and then I am just going to respin this. So I'm going to put it back in here. Close it, put it back in. So you guys see, real time, these things happen. It gets a little powdery, and then you got to do it again. So it's back in. We're going to go full, and then we're going to just hit the respin button on ice cream and see how that goes. Remember, we're dropping the volume, so nothing's wrong with the live. Ready to eat. right, I think it's almost done. All right, cool. Let's go. So button at the side to open up. It spins down, you pull it out. Press this little button at the side here to open the lid. And then here we go. This is what we're talking about. Ice cream. So it just takes a little bit more milk to, yep, take a look. Yes. All right, so this is, as it stands, very tasty chocolate ice cream. But now we're going to make a smoothie with these chocolate chip cookies. So I need is a little bowl. I'm going to get a little bowl to empty out some of this. I am going to put some in the fast freeze container. Again, you can see the size of this, right? Let me put this aside here. Take a look at the size of container, right? Two different size containers. Of course, this is single serve. It has to be, right? You're not sharing this with anyone. This is pretty small. And I had gripes with in my post about the fast freeze, I had gripes about the size of this container. But honestly, if you're living by yourself, like a lot of people do, then this is enough. You get 3 of these. You can make 3 different ones, and then you have the ice cream whenever you want it. You just take this out and you use it, right? So what we're gonna do is we are going to take this silver bowl here, and I'm gonna take out some of this. Gonna take out some of the ice cream, right? Here, I'm gonna leave about half container to make the smoothie here. And then I'm gonna put about half this container in. Let me just make sure, as you can see, the max fill line is right here. So it's not a whole lot. All right, so put that in, put a little bit more. All right, put this aside. Now I'm gonna get the Chips Ahoy. I'm just gonna go to town, really. Gonna put like, making a little bit of mess here. All right. Yep, yum. Then we get some milk. Let me get the milk in. Up to the max fill line, same here. All right. And then this time, you've already seen how this works, so I'm gonna put this aside for 1 second. And maybe I am going to pull out the fast freeze. So the fast freeze, it comes in 2 parts, as you can see. Well, 3 if you count the container, but the unit itself comes in 2 parts. This one here that has the motor in it. This one has the blade in it. So you see this blade is at the bottom here, right? This connects to this, but only when you attach. There's a locking mechanism, which is pretty good and pretty safe, right? So you can't put this in and activate it with this spinning with nothing below here. So what it does, the safety feature, let me just wipe this table a sec. The safety feature is that you have to put this in and lock it in for this to actually connect. And now it'll go down. Right, so you see it goes down like that. Let me get this plugged in and then we'll see. So This unit, the Cuisinart FastFreeze, has 5 settings, really 4 because one is a respin similar to this. One is a respin where you're not actually blending. So these are not considered blenders. So people who put like chunks of stuff in here and expect it to disintegrate all the way through, like hard frozen chunks, are not going to blend. You have to have like a solid block of something for it to kind of chip away based on how the blades are. As you can see, the blades are flat. They're not at different angles like an actual blender. So if you have multiple hard things in there that are not attached or not together into one like firm ice block, then it's going to destroy this. So they say that specifically in the instructions. This is not a blender. They say that for this as well. So anyway, and I want to give you the settings. I have it right here. I want to give you the settings so where I'm correct. Ice cream, sorbet, mix-ins are in the middle. Slushy and milkshake is number 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it to milkshake on the side here. That's number 5, the last one. And then that's it. You hold this button here. So immediately you see the difference, right? Immediately you see the difference that this is automatic. You load this up in the container, you cover it, you put it in, you blend it. You don't have to do anything. With this, minor inconvenience, but you put it in, you put it on, as you can hear. This is not as loud as this one. And then you have to press it down. So let's do that right now so you can see how it turns out. Let's see, let me move this aside for you so you can see here. Let me come back to make sure you can see it. Also, when you start mixing this, there's a green light that's right here. As it goes down, and when it gets to the bottom, the green light goes red to tell you to bring it back up. All right, let's see what that looks like. Let me take this out. Hold on. Let me unplug for, oh, what am I doing? I gotta take off the head. Forgot, there's a button in the back. Sorry, I forgot for 1 second. There's a button in the back you gotta press to take the head off. Then you open, and all is well. So similarly, the blade. All right, that's that. Yep. Might have a little bit too much milk in this one. So I'm gonna put some more ice cream in this one. It's the last of my ice cream here, but this is great. It worked, as you can see. The unit, I'm dropping stuff everywhere. The unit works. It really does. You get the chunks, you get the cookies in here, and it works well. Like, there's no complaints. It's just difference of units, right? You have hand-powered, less powerful, but smaller unit, right? Smaller cup size, single serve, basically. And then you have this bigger unit, automatic. You put it in, it does the work for you. Bigger container, right? So that's the differences. Let me put this aside 1 sec, and then let's do this one. Let me put this on. I'm gonna get some tissue and wipe up here in a sec. All right, I'm gonna put this in here. All right, turn it in. Oh. Ah, it wasn't it? I thought so. All right, there we go. All right. Once I'm in there, put it on. And then I'm gonna go milkshake. I was pressing. Oh, full. And then milkshake. And then press. I'm gonna take the volume down again. All right, I'm sure you can hear this getting quieter as we go. It's about to stop. All right, hit the button again, comes out, you just plop it out, hit the button at the side, take the top off, open this, and then you have, get my other glass. I poured out the previous one, so I'm going to nice smoothie that you could probably drink with a straw like a smoothie you get anywhere else. So it's firm but still a little bit runny, which is good, which is how a smoothie should be, so you can drink it. And yeah, not super different in what it can do. I mean, this is more powerful, of course, but same result with this, right? So we have smoothie with cookies in there. And let's jump on to the next one, where I think we're going to do a sorbet. So I froze some fruit last night. I had frozen fruit, some fresh fruit. I mixed it in, and I put some hibiscus juice in it. So I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and hibiscus in Trinidad is called sorrel. So that's this red juice that's in here. So this is going to be a real test because this is a solid block of basically frozen ice. Let me put this sorbet to the side. This is a frozen block of ice. I'll open it up so you can see. There's frozen fruit in here. And it's pineapples, mango with sorrel or hibiscus juice. Pre-sweetened hibiscus juice is in here. So I think this is going to taste fantastic, first of all. But it'll be a good test for the fast freeze because I have not tried it with frozen solid liquids. Whereas with the ice creams, there's still a lot of cream and stuff in it, so it's not as hard as if you freeze like frozen fruit or water juice with just sugar in it. So it's you know, it's a little bit different. I think this will be a bigger challenge. I know this can handle it. I know the Ninja CREAMI can handle it because I've done it a bunch of times already. It tastes great. It comes out really nice, really smooth. So I love this. But I think the real challenge here is seeing if the fast freeze can do it. So what I'm going to do, and also the mix time is a little bit longer. So it's alive, so I'm giving to you. I'm giving it to you direct, right? It's alive, so this has to spin for 4 minutes in the Ninja CREAMI, I believe it is, to get this done the way you need it to be. I don't know how long it's going to take me to mix this in the fast freeze, so I'm going to go with that first to see how it turns out. All right, I'm going to put this aside. All right, let's see. Let me take this out. Hold on 1 second. Take this back out. Take out this. Let's put these, probably got to get these rinsed. Take this container, the bowls, rinse these. All right, great. Shout out to my videographer, trusted sidekick, and nephew. All right, here we go. We're gonna get this set up. Let me put this in here. Right. All right, we're ready to go. So I'm just waiting for him to come back. Once he brings back that stuff, I'm gonna use it, get it ready to use with the Ninja CREAMI, but also we gotta take down the volume to make sure this isn't too loud for you guys. But we're gonna see real time if this fast freeze can handle it. So I'm just gonna push this aside a little bit, push the CREAMI aside a little bit. Gonna bring the fast freeze here so you can get a view of what's going on. All right, let's go. Gonna start it. Oh no. So something I ran into here, so I can actually show you. I don't know if you can see. Let me pull it back so you can see. So take a look at this. Can you see it spinning? Don't know if you can see it spinning, but what has happened is that it has come loose in the bottom, so it isn't gripping inside the container. So as the blade spins, it's not holding steady and the blade can't cut through. It's spinning. I'll keep going and see if I can get it down, but we'll check it out. Let's go. All right, I think it went down. I'm gonna go down one more time and check. And actually, you know what? Let's see what it looks like right now. Gonna pop this out, open this. Oh, you see that? So it's caught up all in the blade. Let me get my glass here. I'm gonna take this out so you guys can see. Real time, what goes on with some of these products, right? Put this in. And this is actually pretty good. Let me see if you can see. If I rub my spoon on it, you can, oh, making a mess. If I rub my spoon on it, you can see what's happening here. So what I actually like to do here, and I'm gonna ask my nephew to get a little bit of juice, a little bit of that hibiscus juice, because similar to the ice cream that we saw just now that came out too icy, and it took a second to get into a soft consistency. You can see this breaking apart because it's a little bit dry, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some of this back and just put a touch and respin it. I'm just gonna put a touch of hibiscus juice. I have some in a bottle here. Just gonna put maybe 2 tablespoons. All right, 2 tablespoons of hibiscus juice. I'm gonna cover this back, put this off to the side. Then I'm gonna take this, put the cap back on, put the lid back on. Let's make sure I get this in. Why are we? Hold on 1 second. Let's see what's happening here. Put this back. Nope, it's not in. Give me 1 second. All right. There we go. I'm not sure why. I think I know what's happening. For some reason, this is interesting. This is not clicking down. So, let me check here. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's go again, see what it looks like. All right, I think that might be it. Good to go. Take this out. Pop this off. So, interesting thing. So, one thing I see here is that there is a whole chunk of pineapple that didn't get crushed. I don't know if you can see this here. There's a whole chunk of pineapple that didn't get crushed in here. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to check to see if there's anything else that didn't get crushed. Now, outside of that, this is smooth. It's soft now. All right, it's soft now, and taste it. It tastes fantastic. It's tangy. I put some honey and squeeze of half a lime. Well, not half a lime for this one, but maybe a quarter of a lime in this one with some honey. I'll clean up here real quick. But yeah, that is what I put in this one. And it tastes great. But there's also, I see here right now, another frozen pineapple. So there's another whole pineapple in here. I'll drop that. How did it miss it? That's the question I'm asking. How did it miss? Another one, so that's 3. How is that even possible? I see another one here, another piece here. So it clearly didn't blend all of the fruits because there were some strawberries, other frozen berries in here. And it looks really good, as you can see. I just smashed it out with my spoon so you can see the consistency. You can see what that looks like. But I don't know. So again, you've seen this real time. This is the first time I'm doing an actual fruit sorbet in this one. I did multiple ice creams in it, but I didn't do the actual fruit sorbet. So that's interesting. It missed. It's probably just underpowered. It's not strong enough to blend some of those frozen fruits, even if you blended it into one solid block, right? Because you can see it started spinning around in the bottom. I know this one does it too, and it's been out for a little while. So let me get this blended in the Ninja and see how that goes, right? So this one has the same thing. Let me get it in. Cover, put the cover on here. All right, I'm gonna get that in. Close, let me pull this aside so you can see it. All right, move this out the way, and then I'm gonna put it on, and then go to sorbet. Oh, full, then sorbet. And you see this is 4 minutes. So it's gonna take a second. Again, I'm gonna lower the volume so it doesn't bust your ears, but let's go. Let me know what questions you have. I know this is loud, but let me know what questions you have about this or the fast freeze so I can answer them. Wash it. All right, we are almost done. I think the blade is going back up into the unit, and we're almost there. All right. All right, fantastic. So again, hit the button. I'm gonna zoom back out a little bit so that you guys can see. You hit the button, open this up, pull this out. We're getting ready for the next one, so I just move this aside. Hit this button, you open the top, take it off. Ooh, now this is it, right? So see this? And then I'm gonna take my spoon. So you see this here. Now look at the difference. This is the, you see nothing falling out? This is the Ninja, and it's, ooh. I am going to put my spoon so you can see the marks from my spoon in it. So you can see it is real nice, real creamy. Went all the way down. I'm going to take out some so we can see what it looks like. So this one, yeah, I'll use the Ninja. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Drop that in there. So what is interesting about this one, and I'm gonna see if I could show you in a sec. If you wipe the sides, if I take a piece of tissue that I have here and just wipe the sides, I'm gonna show you a little bit of precision by the engineering team. So what happens is, if you look at this, it looks like there's still a whole like grapes or berries or whatever in there. It looks like it's not blended. But it actually, if you look at it here, it looks like it's not blended. Take a look at that. But actually, this is just like a microfilm of what was frozen in there. Because if I take my spoon and I put it past it, basically that's the clearance from the blade, because you know the blade is spinning on the inside. So as the blade goes down, it's literally leaving like a millimeter of what was there before just around the outsides. So there's like a little frozen piece, but you can see as I push it, I'll put it back on this side so you can see as I push it, it breaks up. But there's actually nothing there. There's actually no frozen fruit, no whole fruit there. That's just an image, a picture, basically. It's all smushed. So yeah, it's really precision engineering with this Ninja Deluxe, this Ninja CREAMI Deluxe. But yeah, as you can see, let me just wipe my spoon here. But this came out really, really nice, really, really smooth. Look at this. Just put it on the back of the spoon. Yeah, it's firm, tastes great, smooth, soft. This is it. It blended everything. The same ingredients that were in the Ninja is the same ingredients that were in the Cuisinart FastFreeze. And if you remember, there's 5 whole pieces of pineapple in here. I don't know how, after I pressed it down 3 times, it somehow went through the blade, back at the top, and then came back down again. I was hearing the actual motor slowing down, so I guess that's when the pineapple was going in between the blades, because it didn't blend it. So this is amazing. This is great. So that's 2 things. So we've done so far the smoothie, the chocolate smoothie with basically the chocolate cookie smoothie. And then we've done a frozen fruit sorbet. So that's 2 sets of desserts basically. And we have one more. I'm going to do a s'mores ice cream. And that's basically going to be showing you what the mix-in feature is like, which is I'm going to blend up some vanilla ice cream I made with some vanilla essence, of course, some bitters, some Angostura bitters and stuff. Put that in. It's really nice. We're going to blend that again, see how that comes out. Then we're just going to break up some graham crackers and cut up some chocolate. I have, let me put this stuff aside. I have the graham crackers and the chocolate all ready to go. Let me get this cutting board here. Gonna blend it up, put it in, and then respin. So I'm gonna do these immediately because I don't want them to melt and then start spinning in the container. So let's do that. I'm gonna do the Cuisinart first. So take this out, get this, let me get the base. So you gotta get the base, you gotta attach this to the base. Right, locked in. Then you get the handle, basically, you put that in and it clicks. If it doesn't click if you don't put the base in first, for safety reasons, of course. Now it's plugged in and I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna turn this to ice cream here. All right, you ready? 1, let me put it, that's a good idea. Let me move it this way so you can get a closer look with this camera. My videographer just told me to move. All right, you ready? Let's go. All right. Take this out. Beautiful vanilla ice cream. All right, fantastic. So now, I'm gonna get a cup with a spoon. I'm gonna take just a little bit out because it's a bit full, as you can see. It's nice and fluffy, so the ice cream is fine. The ice cream worked great. I'm gonna put a little bit in here just to clear out some space to put the mix-ins. All right, take a little bit more out. And then what I'm gonna do is, I have some graham crackers. I'll open this up. I'm gonna just take a few pieces of graham crackers, and then I have some Cadbury chocolate, just milk chocolate. Take the milk chocolate, break a piece. Gonna cut it up. I could just break up the graham crackers with my hand. Dump them in there. What I'm gonna do is make a hole in the middle so it can go down, because that's what you do for the Ninja. So I'm gonna do this for the Cuisinart as well. Just break it up, get it down in the middle. And then I'm just gonna cut bits of this chocolate, different shapes and sizes. All right, let me see. All right. Put this in here. Yeah, I know you like that cookies and cream, Alana. All right. Close it in. Put the cover back on. And then we're gonna set it to mixing, which is in the middle, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, number 3. And then now we're going to mix it. So you see, it's no real power at all in the mixing, because it's not supposed to be blending. It's literally just supposed to be mixing the ingredients you put into the ice cream. So about 3 pumps should be fine. Take that out, and now open. Oh, let me pull the head out. Then open this up. There we go. Gonna mix this. This was the extra ice cream. I'm just gonna pour this into here, and you can see. All right, move this aside for you. So now you can see we got mixed in graham cracker and chocolate. So it's basically s'mores ice cream. I ran out. I thought I had marshmallows, but I ran out. But this is as close as we'll get. The graham crackers and chocolate with vanilla ice cream. Ooh, it's cold, but tasty, really tasty. So, all right, time for the Ninja. If you want to see what it looks like, let me give you a sneak peek here. Take a look what this looks like. It looks really great. So let's go with the vanilla ice cream for the Ninja. Let's get this in here. Oops. Put this aside. So while this mixes, I am going to put the cover on. Oh, I need to rinse this cover out real quick. Hand it to my nephew here. So while that gets rinsed, I will break up these graham crackers really quickly. Already have the chocolate. I know someone, and by someone I mean my 6-year-old daughter, will love this because she has become a bit of a graham cracker monster, cookie monster, if you like. And she loves this. She loves s'mores. We had some this weekend. We had a fun time. But now I'm going to put this in here and I'm sure she's going to love it. So, all right. Now he's back. Let me put this on. Cover this here. All right. Put this in, as we usually do. Bring this around here so you can see. Pull this up. Put on the power. Full. And then ice cream already set. Let's go. Volume down so I don't bust your ears. All right, all right. All right, let's go open up real quick. Pull it out. All right, and I'm gonna open it up here. Oh, and it's fluffy. So you can see it is fluffy like snow. All right, so what I'm gonna do is on the respin, I'm gonna create a hole in here. They instruct you to do this. I'm just gonna move some of this out. I'm gonna create a hole. I am going to put a little bit more milk like we did before in here because it's really fluffy. All right, and then I am going to put the crackers and the chocolate bits down in here as well. All right, let's fill this up. Put a little touch of milk again. Oh, that might be a little heavy-handed, but we'll see. Put that in. Close it, and I am going to do a mix-in. So I'm just gonna put this in. Again, it's already on, it's full. I'm just gonna mix in. All right, here we go. Open this out, take this out, and yes, it was the exact amount of milk that I needed. I'm gonna push this aside. I don't need to cut anything anymore. I am going to take the spoon, put this back in here, and as you can see, we have ice cream. Let me put it on this camera here. Yes, we have solid ice cream that's not even falling out, right? It's pretty good. All right, now we're gonna take this out. Oh, yes. Can see and feel all the bits. Then there's all the ice cream, there's all the graham cracker bits. Then there's the chocolate chunks. And then, of course, there's the ice cream. So, it's great. It really is great. And I think you have to know your use case. You have to know which one you want. If you're by yourself, now this is pretty expensive. But if you're by yourself and you're just a one serving person, you get 3 cups or more cups, right? You can always buy more of these. So you can make little portions of something, or you can make 2 of these of each thing. So let's say you have 6 cups, you make 2 portions of chocolate, 2 portions of vanilla, 2 portions of whatever, strawberry, and you have it. You make 2 ice creams, 2 sorbets, 2 milkshakes, whatever, and you have it in here, right? So you can always do that, and then when you're ready to use it, you take out the mixer, you mix it, and you're good to go. Similarly with this, I just feel like with this, you got like at least 2, 2.5, even 3 if you think about it. Because look, I filled this glass, and I still have a lot. That's still like right here. There's a lot of ice cream in here. So you can get 3 servings out of this easy, out of 1. And if you have multiple of these, then you have dessert for a while. If you make 3 or 4 containers of different desserts, just put them in the freezer, take them out when you need them, and you go from there. So yeah, this is it. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Like I said, this is my first live in this Unboxed series. So once I do a video on a product, I'm gonna come here and demonstrate it for you guys. You can ask questions. You can tell me what you want and what you need. What do you want to know? In future, I'm likely going to have some giveaways in the live as well. So once you jump in, we're going to do some giveaways in the live for people who enter the live and stick around for some time. So we're going to do that. But as of right now, that's all I got. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's get some dessert. I deserve it.